Hi, my name is Brenda, and we'll continue with Module 4, Post Video 2. The new developments in organizational structures include three structures: team structures, network, and boundaryless. Team structures. They use permanent and temporary cross-functional teams to improve horizontal interactions. There have been a growth in team structures that uses tasks to force horizontal affairs and problem solving. Cross-functional teams are composed of members from different functional areas of workplace responsibilities. The purpose of the team is to break down functional funnels, increase information gathering, and create more effective horizontal relationships to improve problem solving and performance. An example we can use for team structure is Intel. Workers are assigned to one or multiple projects under a leadership of a team lead. Their goal or purpose is to focus on team activities and project accomplishments. Each team member is responsible for meeting performance targets and act accordingly. They all work together and they are all accountable to each other. Next, we have network structures. Network structures consist of a central business core that works with networks of outside suppliers and service contractors. The new organization uses more of an advanced information technology to improve the relationships within the organization and with the environmental elements. And lastly, we have boundaryless organizations. They eliminate internal boundaries among parts and external boundaries with external environments. It is a combination of team structure and network structure with the added structure of temporariness. The internal context of communication replaces formal authority, and the external context includes a mix of outsourcing contracts and operating alliances that form and disband with changing circumstances. It seems that as time passes, more organizations are implementing network structures that use information technologies to cluster systems of contracted services. This allows for a strategic alliance throughout a core. The differences between flat versus tall span of control. A flat organization is a group or a team of employees working for one manager. For an example, 15 employees reporting to one manager. We can see this more with the agriculture or farming industry. Tall organizations have many different managers at different levels. They often have less employees reporting to them, which then that manager is in a group of other 2 to 3 managers to report to a higher manager, and so forth and so forth. An example would be the retail industry or the banking industry. In flat span of control, a manager has more of a tight span of control with its employees. They can guide and direct them more closely. The difference between flat and tall would be the types of structure they focus on in the organization, the responsibilities of managers and how they function in regards to leadership. What are their roles with other employees, and if they just oversee or if they coach their employees to refine the process in the organization. The horizontal span of control focuses more on team building and working together for a common goal or a purpose. But in the vertical span, they focus more on technological advances and organizations. The advantages of horizontal controls are that they increase communication among functions. Team assignments help promote moral and break down barriers between operating departments, and this also helps improve speed and quality of the decision-making process. The disadvantages of horizontal control would be conflicting loyalties between members and team members, as well as the process and functional assignments. There's often issues of time management and difficulties with interpersonal relationships. And the advantages of vertical organizational controls are the technological advantages. Uh, they can also operate with fewer full time employees and less complex internal systems. They can easily develop and maintain relationships across great distance. And they can also help organizations stay on budget through the reduction of overhead and increasing operating efficiencies. The disadvantages include the coordination of complex system of business relationships, and lastly, if one part of the network breaks down or fails to deliver, the entire system suffers the consequences.